Well, hello there everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back for another video. Hi, my little goldies. We'll get the housekeeping stuff out of the way first. Hello to everyone who has been here for a while, and welcome to anyone who is new. Oof. Hello to anyone who is new. Um, if you've run across my channel through this video or by another video, hello to everyone. And so glad to have you here. My name is Nisi, and this is my sanctuary. Actually, I'm recording this in my bedroom right now, not in the sanctuary. I've been trying to record this video like 3 different times, and I'm having a hell of a time with my camera angle. So I'm trying something a little bit different, and hopefully it doesn't make you guys too sick. I'm trying to be as steady as I can here. But anyway, hello to everyone who is new. So glad to have you here. I hope you enjoy my content. And if you do, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when new videos do become available. And also hit that like button. That is very, very helpful to me. And leave a comment and tell me what you guys think. So I call my viewers, my subscribers, anyone who comes onto my channel who enjoys my content, I call you guys my little goldies. I love golden retrievers, and you guys are all golden in my book for sticking with me and for liking my content and supporting my channel here. So yeah, anyway, today's video is going to be a very, very different type of video than what I normally do on this channel. Normally we do things like adult coloring books, journals, sometimes I'll do uh, shopping hauls. I've done a shopping trip where I took a trip to Galesburg to shop with my friend Corey, and that was a few years ago. And oh my gosh, that was so much fun! Oh my gosh, that was a blast. And also do the occasional fountain pen video and some crochet things and knitting things and you know, basically just anything that kind of trips my trigger a little bit. So but today's video is going to be a very, very different subject than what I normally talk about here. It's, you guys are going to figure out by the title of this, it's one of those subjects that that can be really controversial for a lot of people due to like belief systems or just, you know, kind of where it sits with them. It may, you know, freak people out. It scares a lot of people. So if it's something that, if this subject matter is something that doesn't fly with you, or if you know it goes against your belief systems or whatever, you may want to click off of this video right now because it'll be something that you may not want to hear or listen to. But today's video is actually going to be a collaboration video with a wonderful, sweet lady named Ashley.hilia who contacted me this past Thursday. Um, and before I go any further, and I tend to, I tend to get like all over the place. I don't have any notes or anything. I just kind of do all this off the cuff. I try to do this really spontaneously. But if you guys are still here and watching this video, and if you leave a comment, you know, please understand that people do have differing belief systems, and I want everyone to feel safe here, regardless of how they believe and what their opinions are. This is not a place for debate on like religious topics or belief systems, that kind of thing. This is a safe place. It's a drama-free zone, and I intend to keep it that way. So therefore, any kind of mean comments, any kind of like negative energy kind of comments are going to be deleted. And if I warrant that it's offensive enough, then that person is going to be blocked. So please understand that this is not a platform to debate a lot of this stuff. There's other places where you can do that, but my channel is not the place to do that. This video is going to be going up on YouTube, and I'm going to try to get this up on Instagram as well, because the person that I am actually talking about is most active on Instagram. And so I thought if I can, I'm going to try to get it uploaded on both platforms. I don't know. I've never uploaded a video on Instagram, so I don't know how difficult it's going to be. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So anyway, as I said, I was contacted this past Thursday by a wonderful, wonderful lady named Ashley.hilia. I swear, she is like one of the sweetest souls ever. I mean, she's super, super nice. Well, anyway, so she asked if I was interested in doing a collaboration with her. Basically, she would give me a tarot card reading in exchange for a shout out / review on my platforms. And I thought, okay, this could be interesting. I had never gotten an email like that before. Now, keep in mind, there are days where I get 20 plus scam, junk, spammy emails in my inbox that I have to go through and delete. So I wanted to make sure that this was not going to be one of them. And you guys, I mean, you have to be really careful in this day and age, like what you check out, like what you actually get into, because there's some real sickos out there, and there's people out there that are going to do nefarious things. They don't they don't have a good heart, and yeah, they're just out to see what they can get for themselves. They're out for just number one. So please just be advised that if you check out anything new, just be really 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 careful, check it out very thoroughly. So anyway, as I said, I wanted to make sure. Oh, my nose itches. Why is it every time I go to record a video my nose always wants to itch? Anyway, yeah. um so I wanted to make sure that this was not one of those scam things going on. So she said that if I was interested to message her through her Instagram page. So I checked out her Instagram, and she looked legit. She looked like to be the real deal. So I messaged her back and I said, yeah, I'm interested. Tell me more. Now, I have never had anyone read my tarot before, so this was, kind of a new avenue for me. I have dabbled in it myself a bit. There's a little story behind that too. Basically, some years back, I was on a RPG writing group, and this one gal, her character gave one of my characters a tarot reading, and so I thought it was kind of neat. And I asked her, I said, Helen, I said, do you do this pretty regularly? I said, are you, is this something that you enjoy doing on a regular basis? And she says, well, not really. She's not necessarily um, a well, she's not a professional reader or anything. She does it for the sake of her of writing. And so she said she bought a basic Rider Waite deck off of Amazon along with a little guidebook, and so she just enjoys doing it for her characters. And when the opportunity comes up where her character does a reading on somebody else's character, then she'll actually do the spread. She'll actually lay out the cards and do the reading. So I thought, oh my gosh, this is pretty cool. So I did the same thing. I actually went on Amazon and I found a basic deck, very inexpensive, and I got a couple of guidebooks because I had no idea what the hell I was doing with it either. So I bought a couple of guidebooks to go along with it. So we actually started doing readings on each other's characters. And I mean, it was the funnest thing. I mean, it was so cool. And so anytime an opportunity would come up on any other like RPG group I was on, I would get out my little deck and I would do whatever spread, and I would do a reading and write it up, and it was just so much fun. I really enjoyed it. So to this day, I will use and I started collecting decks, tarot decks, and I started collecting oracle decks, and so if it's something that you guys would want to see, if it's of interest to anybody, to for me to show my deck collection, I can certainly do that. But it's just something that I haven't really talked about on this channel because it is such a controversial subject and it's kind of touchy with a lot of people. But so I've just kind of, kept it like pretty much under wraps and all that. But anyway, going back to my story. So to this day, I will often use, I'll often use it like in my own writing projects. I love to write. I love to write like fiction stories. I write a lot of supernatural type stuff, fantasy, romance. With sometimes I'll add some thriller elements. Lots and lots of magic though. I do have a blog where I write what's called Simlit, and that is where I will write the story and then I go into my Sims game to make the characters and stage the screenshots. So I'll write the text and then I'll illustrate it with screenshots from my Sims game that I will stage. And so that's why we call it Simlit. So anyway, a lot of that is very, very supernatural based, very paranormal thing, lots and lots of magic. I mean, we have werewolves, we have vampires, witches, wizards, plant sims, genies, anything, lots and lots of magic. Like I said, more magic, more magic, more magic. And also, guys, shameless Harry Potter junkie here. Totally shameless. I admit it. I'm hooked. I'm obsessed. So, yeah. So this kind of fits right in with me. And yeah, so, and I've also practiced on myself occasionally, like very ineptly. Like I am by no means any kind of expert, but I just, I just kind of do it for fun, just for, giggles and grins. And as I said, it's a very, very helpful tool for me in my writing projects. And again, I get that this is a touchy subject. A lot of people are actually scared of it. And it's no wonder, because I mean, in the media, it is not portrayed very well. I mean, like, how many movies have you seen where the beautiful young heroine, she goes in to get a reading, and then whammo, 3 hours later, her lover falls dead of a massive aortic hemorrhage? Or the beautiful young heroine goes in for a reading, and 12 hours later, she's found murdered in a dumpster with a knife sticking out of her back with the card of death clutched in her lifeless fingers. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, and you get the scary music and the whole shot. I mean, how many times have we seen that? And it used to scare the bejesus out of me, like way back in the day. It did. I mean, it was like, you know and but nowadays it's like, if I see anything like that, it's like, oh, come on, guys, really? Like, how cheesy can you get? I mean, just totally so stupid. I mean, the card of death doesn't mean that somebody's gonna just drop dead. And it's basically symbolizing, the end of, it could symbolize like the end of maybe a wished upon dream that you realize is not going to come to fruition, and you have to come to terms with it. You have to grieve. Or it could symbolize maybe, like maybe you had a job that ended and you got to figure out what that means in your life. Or just the end of maybe a type of lifestyle, where you got to make a lifestyle change. It's an ending, but at the same time, the other cards in a reading could symbolize a new beginning for something else that could be even better than what you had. So yeah, I mean, just the media just does not portray things very well. And I could go on and on about certain things that really irks me about how the media portrays different things. um so, but again, I mean, it's you got to keep an open mind. And I'm not a weenie to experience new things. I enjoy new adventures. I enjoy exploring new things. Most of the time, unless it's something that's really going to gross me out, and then we got to talk, because I am a very squeamish person when it comes to gross things. But yeah, most of the time I'm not a weenie when it comes to wanting to explore new avenues. And I have never had anybody do a reading on me before. As I said, I practiced on myself, very ineptly. And but in terms of actually having someone else do one for me, I've never had that happen. So this was quite an interesting experience. And I'll talk about how it went. But anyway, like I said, just you got to keep an open mind about things, and just kind of take things with a grain of salt. And just because a reading may say one thing doesn't mean it's set in stone. I really like what someone said in another video. You take what applies to your life and meditate on it. You think on it. You reflect on it, and then you leave behind what does not. So also keep that in mind as well when it comes to things. Not only this, but other things in your life. It's a good lesson to learn. It's a good lesson. It's a good, how do I put it? It's a good mentality to take with you in your life. So anyway, let's go ahead and get on with how this went. I tend to ramble. I tend to just prattle on. So apologies for being all over the place. Like I said, I'm very long-winded, but I want to do this justice, and I wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of background, kind of on where I stood with this. This was something that was not familiar to me in my life. in my younger life. And when I kind of got a little familiar with this, like I said, in the RPG group, I was in my 30s. I actually came from a very conservative, very fundamentalist religious background. So this, was a very, very different avenue for me to explore when when I kind of um, started doing this with my writing projects. But anyway, so as I said, Ashley contacted me this past Thursday and asked if I was interested in doing a collaboration where she would give a tarot reading to me in exchange for a review slash shout out on my platforms. And after I checked out the page, her Instagram page, I thought, okay, this is going to be fun. This will be interesting. So I messaged her back and I said, I'm very interested. Tell me more. So she replied back to me and said that the only thing she needed from me was my first name, my year of birth, and my mother's first name. And that third thing is optional. I didn't have to give that if I didn't want to. So, um, and then she said that it would take like 15 to 20 minutes to connect with my energy, and then about 3 hours to do the reading and email it back to me. So you don't meet in person. She takes your information that she asked for, and then she will email you the reading back. So how it went was I contacted her again Thursday night. I had seen the original email Thursday morning. I sat on this pretty much all day Thursday, and then I contacted her kind of late Thursday night. I think she lives in a different part of the world than I do. I think she's probably from the UK or something. So when I messaged her back, I'm sure she was in bed because when I woke up Friday morning, the email had come through. I saw that the email came through at like between 2 and 2:30. So it really did not take her very long at all to get back with me and send me my reading. So what happened was at the top of the email, it said to not let anybody else see it, that this was my own private personal thing because, it's very personal, and that, we don't want someone else's negative energy to reflect on the outcome of it or to shade my, opinions or, my take on it or whatever, just very, very private. Like a person's reading is very private. So, anyway, I looked it over like, I don't know, 3, 4 different times. And, so what happened was, after that sort of disclosure, after that little, disclaimer, whatever, the first thing she did was, she wrote out like what she picked up in terms of how I am as a person, like what my personality is, like what my character is like, how I, possibly view things. And then she went into like a past, present, and future, kind of thing. I'm not going to share any of it, like I said, because it's private. But after she did the I guess call it not an analysis, but the what she picked up in terms of what I'm like as a person. Then she did the sort of present, past, past and future kind of deal. And I have to say, guys, like and again, keep an open mind, take it all with a grain of salt. Just mull things over kind of thing. So I did that, and I got to say, I was really impressed with what she had to say. She was very, very accurate in many, many, many ways. So I think now she also will do things like deeper things like more detailed reading as well. She'll do like chakra charts and spiritual cleansings, that kind of thing as well. So something to keep in mind too. So as I said, I was really, really impressed with what she had to say, because the accuracy on so many levels was definitely spot on. And I took, I read it through several times, and I reflected on it. It was a lot of food for thought. Some things to think about on a more deeper level, some things to kind of take away, things to reflect on. And I may talk with her again about a couple of things later on. I don't know. It's just kind of take as the winds kind of carry me, I guess, see how things go. And, but if it's something that you guys would be interested in, I think she would be a wonderful person to connect up with. Like I said, I was really, really super impressed with what she had to say. I have gone on and looked at her other reviews on Instagram, and she's got a lot of glowing reports, you guys. So, I mean, if this is something that you may be interested in, that you think you may want to explore, I think she would be a wonderful person to connect up with. Like I said, she is the sweetest, kindest, just really just a great person. And I don't think she'll steer you wrong, or anything like that. I would definitely recommend connecting up with her if this is something that you feel that you want to explore for whatever reason. Everybody has different reasons for doing whatever that they do. And but if this is something that you would want to explore, I would highly recommend her. She would be a great person to consider working with. I will leave her information in the description section of the video, and if I can, I'll try to link it up in the card. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't, but I will leave her Instagram page so you can contact her. But yes, send her a message, and get in touch with her if it's something that you want to explore. I would definitely recommend looking into that if it's a new avenue that you would want to look into, just because, or if you feel that it's something that you would need at that stage in your life. She's great. She was awesome to work with. I really enjoyed my experience. And for my very first reading that I didn't fumble through myself, this was awesome. So, a very positive experience. And so anyway, guys, I'm going to quit rambling here. And one thing that I also want to say that I forgot, that I wanted to say as well is, I think one thing that I would have liked to have seen, though, as I said, it was a very, very positive experience for me. I highly enjoyed her, and I would definitely recommend her to connect up with if it's something that you would want to explore. But there is one thing that I would have liked to have seen, and maybe a lot of people wouldn't care about this, but I'm just a nosy person, and because I am a little bit familiar with it. I would have liked to have seen, been revealed to me, like what deck she used with me, and also the kind of spread that she used on my reading. Because there are different spreads, like, did she use the Celtic Cross, the, a 3 card, like, simple past, present, and future thing? Um, you know, uh, there's just so many different spreads, that can be done. And I would have liked to have known that. Now, I get that maybe not everybody would care about that, and that's fine. But for me, I'm just my own curiosity. I would have liked to have known what the spread was, and what deck she used with me. And I get that people do things differently. Some people are very open to revealing that. Some people not so. So I don't know. It just depends on the person, I think. But yeah, I would have liked to have known that. But other than that, like I said, very, very positive vibes, very positive experience. I really enjoyed it. I think it was very enlightening and enriching for me, and it really gave me a lot of food for thought, which was something that I was wanting to take away from this. So anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this long-winded video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and whew, I am hot. It's the weather has been just really, really it really got warm today, and so I'm hot. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please be kind to each other, and oh my gosh, I was about to say, give all those beautiful babies a big hug from all of us here at Serenade Nursery. That is my doll channel, you guys, which I always leave in the description channel. I do have another YouTube channel where I feature my doll collection, and so that is how I end my videos over there. But That is not this channel. But I will say, just please be kind to each other and treat everyone well. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Lots and lots of love, many, many hugs, and many blessings. And I'll just say, bye, my little goldies. Mwah. Talk to you guys in the next video. All right, bye, everybody.